Good morning, everyone. I thought I'd play that and just get our energy up a little bit. Energy is something I'm lacking right now. It's funny. This is a very interesting experience with this little virus. Hopefully you guys can you hear me okay? I find if I uh, talk slowly and low, I can actually speak. The challenge is to the breathing and talking at the same time is a challenge. I don't have a lot of air, but I can breathe fine. Listen, I'm not stuffed up. I'm not coughing, but my chest is very, I'm sure it's full. I don't know. I sound terrible. Hmm. Yes, and if I get too excited, I cough. I was telling Don I may just have to bow out of uh, TGIWWW today, much as I really don't want to. I hate to. I think it would be silly of me to go and spread this lovely virus around to, let me see, they all have it anyway, but we'll see. I'll see how I am at the end of the call, but I have a feeling that there's only one place I'm going to be today. Thoughtmanship. We've been reading Reflections on a Philosophy by Forrest C. Shaklee, Sr., and I think what I like about the message we're reading in this book is that it's a message coming from an ordinary man that nobody knows of. And yet the message is so profound. Do you guys agree? Inner consciousness and educated consciousness. I love those words. Talking about thoughts. No one's ever really seen a thought. But I think the idea of this, what's really inspiring me, having more meaning for me, is the fact that this was an ordinary man. I mean, he was a doctor. He was ordinary only in that he was just a person like you and I. He didn't have anything special to direct him to think this way. His message is the same as everyone else. I think it's the language I'm enjoying. I think it's the way he is presenting the message. I mean, it was written in 1973 is when this was published. I'm not sure. I can't remember how old he was when he wrote this. I can't even remember when he died, although we were, I think it was before our time. But, quite the man. So let's read about thoughtmanship. Thoughtmanship, is that I'm just curious, I'm going to throw it out there. Is thoughtmanship a word that is unfamiliar to you? Is that a word have you ever heard of that word before, thoughtmanship? I had never heard of it until I read this book. Thoughtmanship is an unfamiliar word to many who are reading this message, but it is deeply embedded in the foundation of the Shaklee philosophy. I coined the word thoughtmanship many years ago as I believed it would more clearly describe the process of thoughtful planning. Pencil here. Thoughtful planning. Oh, I like that. It is a word applied to the method used in directing the expression of man's life force, our lives. We all understand and are familiar with the meaning of such words as workmanship, hardship, and salesmanship. These words express thoughts and activities which we have experienced at one time or another. Similarly, the thinker uses thoughtmanship to direct his life's expression. The thinker uses thoughtmanship to direct his life's expression. And isn't that what we're all practicing? How to better direct the expression of our lives? Wow. What is thoughtmanship? Let me assure you, it is not mysterious. On the contrary, it is as natural as life itself. While it includes principles of science, it is nevertheless down to earth and plainly understandable. Its teachings are simple, and I intend to keep our discussion within the bounds of that simplicity. All great truths are simple truths. What I have to say in the following pages applies to you, but it also applies equally applicable to all men and women. Even in 1973, in general terms, the language was, men was considered just a general term, right? From this moment on, if you will only so determine, life can become an orderly, happy, successful existence, and thoughtmanship, when you understand it, will lead to this existence. From this moment on, if you will only so determine, life can become an orderly, happy, successful existence. How does that feel to everyone? Feels good to me. Thoughtmanship is the art of expressing thoughts. It is a law of nature that man has to follow, whether he likes it or not. Every thought created in man's consciousness is expressed in the physical. It is a law of thought transmutation, in which every impulse of thought is transmuted into every physical fiber of the body. Every conscious movement of the body requires thought direction, and every word spoken should be thoughtfully formed. In fact, thoughtmanship is based upon your ability to receive as much as your ability to give. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Your future will be exactly what you think to make it. For new thoughts will soon guide you to new experiences. Experiences anticipated and planned by you. Many new and bountiful things are in store for you. You will use thoughtmanship constantly from now on. It is the very beginning of human expression. It is the method used by all men to build life's pattern. It is my fond hope that I can help open many doors of understanding for all. Knowingly or not, you are constantly using thoughtmanship in your struggle for existence. My point is simply this: if you learn to understand what you are doing, life need not be a discouraging struggle. In fact, it doesn't need to be a struggle at all. Why fight your way through life? Life is not your enemy. Life is a privilege. It is an enjoyable privilege, if you choose to make it so. What you think, you look. What you look, what you think you do, what you think you are. Before going a single step further, let me explain how thoughtmanship can be used every day of your life. I just need to check in with your pulse. I want to check in and see if any of you are going, right. We all get that it's our choice. So if it's our choice, if we get to choose our thoughts and we get to actively be a part of our lives and actively direct our lives, why are we directing it where we are? Why are we allowing habits to direct our lives? And when will we commit to doing the activities we need to do on a permanent basis that we will continually strive to move forward? Well, I would have to say that that's exactly what we are all doing, isn't it? We are all learning to actively choose our thoughts, to get those breakthroughs, to work on our magical creation box, to focus on things, to focus on things we want, to imagine the life we want, to find that passion inside us that simply goes and goes and never ends. It's the passion I have to be here with you every morning. Even a virus doesn't stop me from being here. I know I can rest after. I know it will be good for me. I know that the meditation will be good for me. Somehow I think we may do a physical meditation today, if I can find it. But seriously, I feel good. I just have no energy. That will change. This is just a virus. I'm not, I really understand. I mean, this physical me, I have a physical body that I need to take care of, so I am. And then I have the thinking part of me. And I could be miserable. I could be grumpy. I could be upset by it because I can't breathe very well. I mean, I breathe fine. I'm not coughing, but I know that I'm not taking in as much oxygen as I usually do, and so I have to limit my activities. And talking is one of them. All right. I want to read a bit more of this. Yeah, and Lynn says, engaging brain before speaking prevents foot and mouth disease. It does. I want to talk about that for just a moment. We have a habit of engaging our mouth before our brain sometimes. Habits happen, and I look at it all as a learning experience and recognizing when I could have approached things differently. That's all. I simply look at things and think, oh, I could have approached that differently. If that situation arises again, or a situation like it, I'll handle that a little differently. That's all. And that's all the past is there for. And I'm learning that more and more each day, that the past is simply there every day. Every minute of the day is simply there to teach you what you need to know. It's not to beat you up. It's not to cause you pain or grief. As Dr. Shaklee says here, there's no need. It doesn't need to be a struggle at all. There is no need for there to be a struggle. So why are you fighting through life? Where will we start? Well, I'm going to start and have a sip of coffee first. I did take a cold pill before the call, and I can feel that it's starting to work a bit on my head. My head is clearing a bit more. That helps. Where will we start? Why, at the beginning, of course. All things start with a thought. So start thinking creatively. Isn't that what we're doing with our magical creation box? Are you starting to see the correlation here between this ordinary man who doesn't talk about other things? He talks about, this is just the truth. This is the way it is. I mean, if you think about it, you all know this stuff, right? Is there anyone here that needs more convincing? You know this stuff, right? This is just more validation. Let's continue. Think of something for which it is worth working. Think of something for which it is worth working. Let me rephrase that. Think of something that's worth working for. That's when magic happens. You need to have something worth working for. What that something is means little at this point. It is a goal. It is the target at which you're aiming, and you will develop thoughts that will help you to reach that goal. If at first concentrating your thoughts upon a single goal proves to be difficult, you should not feel discouraged. Nothing is easy at the start. Still, you must keep your thoughts on your single purpose. Moreover, you can't produce just any old thought and try to kid yourself into believing that you are thinking creatively. Look at the value of the thoughts. You must think, and think clearly, about what it is you wish to accomplish. Now, think out a plan to follow and keep those thoughts in mind, for those thoughts will guide your future action. There is an analogy between the successful thinker and the successful marksman. The marksman on the rifle range takes careful aim before firing the shot. He doesn't just fire at random, hoping he will hit something that will bring him the prize. His desire is to hit the bullseye. Therefore, he knows that his aim must be accurate. The same thing is true of thoughtmanship. Thinking at random will get him nowhere. He must aim his thoughts at a specific target. A person may never have fired a rifle at a target before, but he knows that the rifle must be carefully aimed in order to ring the bell. However, just aiming will never hit the target either. I have known many people who were good aimers. They were always aiming to do this and aiming to do that, but they never got around to firing the shot. Others keep firing away without aiming at anything. They often hit something, but more times than not, they're unaware of it. In firing, the marksman knows that the rifle will never reach the target. It is only an instrument through which the bullet passes and by which the bullet is directed and sent on its way. So it is with your thoughts. We sight them at the goal we wish to reach, and our inner consciousness provides the energy to reach that goal. Our entire life's expression will always conform to the thought pattern that we produce. Think about that. Allow that action to take place. Keep driving toward the goal. Choose the target carefully, then load the rifle with thoughts that will make an impression. Our thoughts are our ammunition. Thoughtmanship is the use we make of such ammunition. I think I'll leave it there for today. I don't know that my voice can carry much more, but I'm looking forward to reading more on this, and I want to know if this message is coming through to you yet. You could be aiming for things, but never firing the shot. Or you could be firing aimlessly. Our goal here really at Morning Motivator is to help you to get into that feeling place that matches the things you want. That's why we're working on this magical creation box. That's why we're putting those things we dream of, all of them, not just one of them. But the analogy here of focusing on one goal, let me explain what that means. That means I have a goal for a better life, living in a certain place with my family all around, having vacations, traveling, our morning motivator, growing my business. I have lots and lots and lots of visions that all surround one feeling. They all connect, and they're all part of this. They're all part of the vision. And the more pictures that I take and put in here, the more pictures that I can put in my mind of what I want, and the more that I can feel that picture, the more ideas will come to me to help me reach those goals. And the more that I act on those ideas, the more my goals will be reached. Did you get that secret message? So you have to have, even Dr. Shaklee says, you have to have a goal. There has to be something you want that you just can't get your mind off of. And if you don't have that something, then start picking things. Get pictures, go through magazines, cut out pictures and put them in your box. Because remember, whatever is contained in this box is whatever you can think of, you can have. And if you keep picturing it, if you keep picturing that beach, oh, my feet in the sand, the white sand beach, love it, love it, love it, under an umbrella, just enough sun to keep me warm and just enough heat, the water's right there. Oh yes, being served drinks, I can feel the sea breeze on me, I can feel it. And the more I feel that, the more ideas are going to open up to me about things that I can do. Do you get that? And the more that I act on those things, the more my visions will come true. Do we get that? So I am going to attempt to find the physical meditation. I'm hoping we have it, just because we can never have too much Abraham, can we? Although any Abraham will work. So I'm not sure if this one works or not. Let me try it. Pretty profound message from Dr. Shaklee, isn't it? All right, so it looks like we're good to go with the physical meditation. I hope you guys are okay with starting at 5 minutes early. Ken, I'm really glad you made it in. You must have updated your Adobe. That's exciting. So we're going to go into our 15 minutes of meditation. I know it's going to help me to catch my breath, get a little bit of energy back so that we can finish up our call. I want to talk more about our magical creation box and the next process in Ask and It Is Given, because it is in playing these games, in changing our imagination, changing the pictures we think, that we start to actually create and manifest in our lives the things that we want. So let's enjoy this meditation. Remember, 3 beats to inhale, 5 beats to exhale. Focus on your breathing. Once you've mastered that, the message will come through and you will feel amazing. See you back here in 15 minutes. Enjoy.
It is nice to have an opportunity to visit with you for the purpose of tuning to your natural rhythm of well-being. Breathe in, breathe out. Your intelligent body is comprised of trillions of cells, seeking and finding alignment and balance at all times. Breathe in, breathe out. There is no greater advantage that you could offer to your body than this gentle releasing of resistance right now. Your natural state is one of absolute well-being, and in the absence of resistance, your physical body must thrive. Breathe in. Breathe out. By deliberately focusing upon good-feeling thoughts, you allow your physical cells to return to their natural balance. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing deeply is the key, softly hearing our words and allowing gentle alignment with the energy of your source. Breathe in. Breathe out. The cells of your body are guided by Source and have the ability to find their balance no matter what, every time. You will not only find recovery from unwanted conditions, but a steady maintaining of well-being will ensue. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you listen and breathe and release and relax, the maintaining of a good-feeling body will come easily. Breathe in. Breathe out. Even unwanted conditions that have been with you for a while will gradually diminish until they no longer exist. Breathe in. Breathe out. By releasing resistance a little more every day, you will feel the power that creates worlds flowing through you. Just breathing and listening, not to make something happen, but for the pleasure and comfort of alignment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your physical body will respond very quickly to the absence of resistance that you are feeling now while you breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. There is no physical body, no matter what the condition, that cannot return to its natural state of well-being. Breathe in. Breathe out. These words that you are hearing are not about your body, but about your allowing and your alignment of Source. Your body is a reflection of the balance of your thought, and this release of resistance will produce positive change. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beginning with the cells of your physical body, physical improvement will sweep through you at every level. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are a vibrational being with non-physical roots, and your body is an extension of that non-physical source. Breathe in. Breathe out. We offer these words so as you listen and breathe, you will tune to your frequency of natural well-being. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you take the time to find vibrational balance, your physical well-being will be easy to maintain. Breathe in. Breathe out. From your place of alignment, beneficial behavior will be inspired, and wonderful things will unfold with great ease. Breathe in. Breathe out. The more ease you feel, the less resistance you hold, and the more the cells of your body can find their balance. Breathe in. Breathe out. This process of breathing and allowing makes it possible to get from wherever you are to wherever you desire. As you breathe and release resistance, you tune your vibrational frequency to that of your source and to personal thriving. Breathe in. Breathe out. It is natural for you to feel good and for you to be well and for you to experience perfect bodily conditions. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are becoming a vibrational match to well-being, and your body will show you the evidence of that. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you listen and breathe, with every day that passes, your alignment with well-being will become stronger. As you acknowledge these words in an atmosphere of no resistance, you will fuel clarity and vitality and well-being. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your body responds primarily to the content of your thoughts. And right here, right now, your body is benefiting. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your life is supposed to feel good to you, and you are meant to feel happiness in your life, and you are meant to satisfy your dreams. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are doing extremely well. Physical well-being is flowing to you. Relax and enjoy the unfolding. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. There is great love here for you. Breathe in. For the next few minutes, letting the music guide you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. there is great love here for you. And as always, we remain in the vortex.
Well, that was purely lovely, was it not? I feel better. I feel fine. I have no energy, and I know it's when I talk and laugh and get excited that I recognize that I'm battling a virus. That battle away, virus. You're not going to get the better of me. That is for certain. Well, I was going to get into the creative workshop today, but I think I want to continue you guys on with your magical creation box. I want you to put more things in your box today, okay? Will you do that? For Ken or any of those who are new here today, yesterday we started the magical creation box game, which is part of my favorite book of all time, Ask and It Is Given. It's process number 2. And you get a box and you cut pictures out of magazines of anything that feels good. Anything at all. You see a picture and it makes you feel good, cut it out, put it in the box, and as you put it in the box, you say, whatever is contained in this box is. And you believe it. You say it with belief. Oh, awesome, Claudia. Even better. I want to read this, and then we're going to wrap up for today, and I'm going to go rest. There's plenty of space for me to grow and to change. Remember that. That's your affirmation for today. Now let's talk about the power of faith. By the power of faith, every enduring work is accomplished. Faith in the Supreme, faith in overruling law, faith in your work and in your power to accomplish that work. Here is the rock upon which you must build if you would achieve, if you would stand and not fail, not fall from the path to prosperity. James Allen makes a pretty bold claim. By the power of faith, every enduring work is accomplished. He doesn't say some enduring works or many enduring works, but every enduring work. A Duke University research study, among many others, found a link between religious faith and illness prevention, coping, and recovery. Those with a strong faith tended to be ill less often, and when they were ill tended to recover more quickly. We all know stories of people who experienced some type of miracle in their life because they had the faith all along that they would. In Think and Grow Rich, the #1 success classic of all time, Napoleon Hill wrote the following about the power of faith. Faith is the eternal elixir which gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought. Faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches. Faith is the basis of all miracles and all mysteries which cannot be analyzed by rules of science. Faith is the only known antidote for failure. Realize that the only things that can keep us from having the kind of faith that Allen and Hill describe are fear, doubt, and worry. These are the opposite of faith. Fear that your car won't start this morning, that you're going to be in the next group of layoffs, that you can't possibly save enough now to ever retire, doubts that you'll ever own that business you've always wanted, that your children will grow into happy, well-adjusted adults, worry that you won't have enough money to make it until the end of the month, that the medical test is going to come back with bad news, and the list goes on and on. Fear, doubt, and worry rob us of a real life and keep us from moving forward. But more than anything, they rob us of faith. And without faith, we are powerless. How do we overcome fear, doubt, and worry in order to maintain faith? Hill says, that repetition of affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotion of faith. In other words, we can literally think and talk ourselves into faith just as easily as we think and talk ourselves into fear, doubt, and worry. And that is definitely worth thinking about. Yes? Would you guys agree? Where are you on that? Fear, doubt, worry. I want to know, I mean, does any of that hit home with you? You're worried that you won't have enough money to make it till the end of the month. You're worried that medical tests will come back wrong. That's what you're thinking about. But you can literally rethink. You can literally build faith by simply actively thinking. Isn't that what we've been discussing and practicing? Deliberate thinking. It's about deliberately thinking. Worrying about things never, I love the Abraham quote that I've had up before is, worrying is using your imagination to create things you don't want. So I'm going to challenge you, Kim. I appreciate your prayer. I'm going to challenge you to actively think, to actively choose your thoughts, Ken, to go out there and play the game. Go out and find pictures that feel good, regardless of what they are. If it feels good, cut it out, put it in a box. Know that you can have whatever you want. Well, genealogy makes white hair too, Lynn. Illness can make white hair, lots of things. But worrying is using your imagination to create things you don't want. Fear of things, if you're overwhelmed, if you're confused, you are the only one that can get out of that by deciding that you're going to actively choose your thoughts. So who's going to work on actively choosing your thoughts today? I still haven't decided what I'm doing about Wednesday lunch. I know that logically my brain is saying, are you an idiot? You should just stay home in bed and get better. Don't push those boundaries. You are not breathing well. And the other part of me goes, but it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. How can I miss Wednesday lunch? I give my girls heck all the time when they miss Wednesday lunch. However, we'll see how it goes. Ladies, I know that we're supposed to meet for our retreat information. Let's delay that till tomorrow, if that's all right with you. And I'm going to do a bit of work on that. I'm going to get some information. I'll get an email out today, see what we can drum up. We are at that point in time when we need to get commitment from everyone, so we're going to I'll get some information out today and see what we can make happen, and then we'll decide where we're going from there. Well, you know, Ken, that's one way to look at it. Okay, if you don't mind, because I love the example, and this is why life doesn't go the way we want it to go, because we think of Wednesday as hump day. I look at Wednesday as TGIWWW. It's the day I get to hang out with my girls. We get to have lunch and be silly all afternoon and solve all the problems of the world and work on our motivation and being positive and always looking at the bright side of life. Always. In all situations. Even when I'm, my body is riddled with this virus, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. I know that I'll get better if I take care of myself. And they're meeting at my daughter's today because a friend of ours with her little girl is joining. So it'll be a nice afternoon that I'm thinking that I'm going to have to pass. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel. Right now I can feel that cold pill kind of kicking in, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's allowing me to breathe a little better. However, it's also making me feel weird. Can't win. But yeah, chicken soup sounds really good. I might send Dawn out to get me some. All right, guys, I just want to stress this again. I want you to work on this, okay? The message we're getting from our book, from Reflections on Philosophy, all about thoughtmanship, the messages we're getting from Ask As a Man Thinketh, the messages we get from Abraham are all the same. The secret to success in anything is, number one, you have to have a passion for something. And if you don't already have that, then let's make it. Let's make a passion. Let's go find things that feel good, like what's in my box. Let's have a look again at what's in my box. Look at this picture. I want to know, I mean, I can feel this. I've been here. I can feel the energy. I can feel the air. I can feel this. Sunrise or sunset, looking out on the water. Oh yeah, I've experienced this. I want more of it. And can't wait to be sitting on the beach, soaking up the sun. Well, everybody's just enjoying themselves. Whatever is contained in this box is, and when I look at those pictures, when I think of them, they make me feel good. They give me happiness. I do my best not to focus on what isn't working, but to focus on solution-driven ideas. So when I recognize that something isn't working, how can I make it work? There you go, Claudia. Some have come true. Well, you know what, Claudia? Keep them in the box. Do you want more of them? Relish in them. Relish in the trueness. You created those, Claudia. You created those. How? By deliberately thinking about it. You have to be somewhere, Barbara, tomorrow. Okay, well, we could meet Friday if that would work. We'll check it on Skype. Okay, ladies? So Claudia, I want you to truly relish in the things that you've already created. You created them by deliberately thinking about them, by putting them in the box and having faith that you have the power to create that. Is that cool or what? I think that's pretty cool. Well, let me think. What do I want to put up today? I think we're going to do some Serena stomping because that gets me clapping. It gets me excited. It makes me feel good. It makes me realize that we need to sing more, dance more, have more fun. That's what life's about. It's not about worrying about anybody or anything. It's not about looking at what the rest of the world doesn't have. It's about creating abundance in your life. Because the more abundance you create in your life, whatever abundance means to you, the more you create that abundance in your life, the bigger the vibration you're creating in the world. You are impacting the world by creating an abundance of happiness in your life. I truly believe that, and I know that most of you do too. So enjoy some Serena Ryder, Stompa, one of my favorite songs of all time, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.